Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, which equation represents a parabola with a vertex of 4, 1 and passes through the point 8, 13? Okay, so we're looking for, yes, we're looking for an equation, right? And they're giving us a couple of things. They're giving us the vertex and they're also giving us a point for that, right? So what can I do if they're giving us the vertex and a point? And we know it's a parabola, right? Well, the first thing you need to go is go check your reference material, okay? Because there's a formula that we can use for a vertex, right? And if you can find it, awesome, then we can use that one, right? I have mine right here, okay? So my formula says, okay, or my form says y equals a parenthesis x minus h squared plus k. So I can see that I have an h and a k. And if you know that h and k is actually the vertex, then you can come back to your problem and we're going to label this h and k. Okay? Therefore, h is equals to 4 and k is equals to 1. Okay, and they're giving you 1 point, which is 8 and 13. Therefore, x is equals to 8 and y is equals to 13, right? Now we can come back and work on my problem, because if you notice, I need to find a, because I do not have that coefficient, and that is a very important one for us, right? Other than that, I have the h and I have the k, right? But I do not have the a, okay? So that's what we need to do. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna find a. So we're gonna write down the form that we have, y equals everything the same. I'm not gonna replace anything until we actually write it down first, okay guys? Okay, so you can replace everything at once, it's up to you, right? Eventually we're still gonna replace x and y. So the y is 13, the a is the one that I do not know, the x is 8, minus the h, which is 4 squared, don't forget that, plus k, which is 1. Okay, so the only thing that I did over here, if you notice, I replaced h with the number that is given to me, right? Then I replace k with a 1. Then we have x equals to 8. And we have y with a 13, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do next is basically work it out, okay? So I have 13 equals a, and parentheses 8 minus 4 is 4, and don't forget square that. And I'm gonna continue, and 4 to the second power, or 4 squared, gives me a 16, right? So it'll be 16a plus 1. Now, this is just like an equation, right? So I'm going to leave a by itself. Therefore, I am going to need to subtract 1 on both sides, right? Whatever you do on one side, do it to the other side. And that gives me 13 minus 1, it's 12, and 16a, right? And now I need to leave a by itself, and I need to divide them by 16 on both sides, right? Okay, so we can actually simplify 12 and 16. Both of them can be divided by 4 on the left side, right? And that will give me a what? 3 over 4 equals, and 16 divided by 16 is 1, and that gives me the a, right? So now I can write down my my equation, right? So I'm gonna come back over here where I have it right there, right? And let's write it down. So I'm gonna write down y equals, now I know that a is 3/4 x minus, we had it already, 4 squared plus k, which is 1. And that is my answer right there. Okay, so what I needed to find was A, so that it could help me write down uh, my vertex form, right? Okay, so look at the answer choices and tell me which one looks like our answer. Yes, you're right if you say letter B, guys. Okay, very good.